Today's horoscope, Scorpio May 5, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Your planetary ruler, Pluto, begins its retrograde cycle today. This retrograde positions you well to review, reassess, and gain a new perspective about areas of your chart strongly influenced by Pluto, your personal goals, security, comfort, family, and home or domestic life. Some related plans may need adjustment, but you might find it easier to detach from pressures and fears in these areas. However, as the shift occurs today, you may feel these pressures more intensely. It's a matter of acclimatizing to this shift. Keep in mind that you'll find this process more comfortable as you grow more accustomed to this energy. This retrograde will continue until October 13th. Today, working towards increased happiness and health can be a strong focus. At the same time, the moon spends the day at the top of your solar chart, and your longer-term vision and overarching goals are never too far from your mind. One of your planetary rulers is beginning a long-term retrograde slumber. Powerhouse Pluto, the most intense of all the planets, has fallen asleep in your solar house of home, family, and domesticity. This has set up a chain reaction of events that echo for 20 years ahead. This will create a significant effect where you'll have exhilarating or traumatic situations that shift your destiny around these themes. If partnered, you will likely go into real estate together or feel the need to step in for one another's families and parents. Instead, you may feel the need to move, redecorate, or update your living space consistently. Know that this isn't to punish you but is karmic. Review these themes now. You're hooked into the big picture and can see how all the pieces of your organization fit together. Try to get everyone around you working on the same wavelength. You may feel especially uneasy with today's planetary alignment. Well, it's important for you to know how to step back from a situation and let time work things out. Consider practicing yoga or going for a long run. This way you will feel like you have done what you can do for the day, instead of worrying about how to change things you really have no control over. Making money is the way you usually spend your time. On this day, planning and budgeting is the best use of the vibration at hand. Organizing and strategizing will come so easily for you with this influence that it would be a waste not to take advantage of it. Go over reports, files, and other paperwork. Look for ways to improve things and do any calculations that need to be done. You can set the stage for your next endeavor. Weekend or not, the stars have come out in force on the job and career fronts, though in a show of force that won't just impact the coming days, but the coming weeks if not months. It is just as Venus is spending her first weekend back in your work sector aligned with dreamy Neptune here for the first time in our lifetime, that the moon is making its first visit to your career sector since Mars, the warrior planet of the cosmos, returned. The moon is only passing through, but as well as sharpening your professional instincts, this has you emotionally and intuitively engaged and aware as this dream team of planets has come together to reshape what's possible from this professional year. This time last weekend, the moon had just returned to your relationship sector to begin the lead up to a new moon and a friendly aspect between Uranus that was just starting to ramp up the support for friendship and relationship building. A week on the moon has moved on and that support has only increased, while at the same time, as the sun continues to put the solar on your relationships, with a growing awareness of what you want from them and what they need from you. Daily Planetary Overview. Today, we experience a significant shift in cosmic energy as Pluto stations retrograde in the innovative and forward-thinking sign of Aquarius. This planetary movement invites all of us collectively and individually to pause, reflect, and reassess where we're headed and how we're showing up in the world. Pluto retrograde is not your average celestial event. It's deeply transformative and asks us to confront the hidden layers of our identity. Associated with themes like death and rebirth, power, control, transformation, and emotional intensity, Pluto doesn't deal in the superficial. When this powerful planet turns inward, so do we. And in Aquarius, a sign that governs humanitarianism, innovation, technology, and individuality, this retrograde becomes more than just personal introspection. It becomes a call for collective awakening. We're being nudged to question not only how we handle our personal power but also how we contribute to the larger community. Are we empowering others, or are we holding on too tightly to control? Are we creating space for authenticity, or are we still trying to fit into roles we've outgrown? It's a wonderful time to reflect on your relationship with self-acceptance. Aquarius encourages uniqueness and originality, so ask yourself, are you truly comfortable with who you are, or have you been dimming your light to fit into someone else's version of normal? Many of us struggle with the pressure to conform at work, in friendships, even in our own families. But Pluto retrograde gives you permission to slowly shed those expectations and find your way back to your own truth. You may find that others are recognizing your quiet strength right now. Even if you don't always see it in yourself, those close to you admire your resilience and the calm, grounded way you handle challenges. Your ability to stay steady in the storm is a gift, and your humility only adds to the respect you naturally command. Don't underestimate the impact you have simply by being present and consistent. As this introspective energy builds, it's also a great time to return to your roots both emotionally and physically. Spending time outdoors, even just going for a simple walk, can help realign your energy. There's something deeply healing about being in the open air, especially when emotions are stirring below the surface. It clears the mind and makes space for clarity and inner peace. Socially, you may feel more open, more conversational, more drawn to connection. These are excellent conditions to strengthen bonds that may have felt strained or neglected. Sometimes, a calm and sincere conversation is all it takes to diffuse built-up tension and remind each other that you're on the same team. Use this moment to create understanding and deepen your most important relationships. And don't shy away from expressing your emotions. In fact, the more transparent and authentic you are right now, the more rewarding your connections can become. Whether you're renewing your relationship with a partner or simply getting to know someone new, your openness is magnetic. When people feel your genuine presence, it creates a safe space for them to do the same. And when it comes to your physical well-being, now's a good time to reflect on your habits. Have you been pushing yourself too hard? Ignoring signs of fatigue or stress? Your body may be quietly asking you to slow down. It's okay to honor that. Start small, stretching in the morning, drinking more water, getting fresh air, and build from there. Sometimes the smallest acts of self-care are the ones that make the biggest difference. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius reminds us that transformation doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes, it starts with a subtle shift in perspective, a willingness to be honest with ourselves, or a gentle nudge to try a new approach. This is your moment to realign with your values, reimagine your goals, and reconnect with your authentic self. So let me ask you, what's one area of your life where you're ready to evolve? Is there a truth you've been avoiding, a power you've been afraid to claim, or a dream you've put on the back burner? Take a moment to reflect, and if you feel called to, share your insights in the comments below. What are you reclaiming during this Pluto retrograde? What part of your inner power are you ready to embrace? Remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight. It unfolds slowly, sometimes quietly, and always with purpose. Trust the process, stay curious, and be kind to yourself along the way.